Hello, Kiequest here. So, picked up this axe, and I'm going to, before we roll out, I'm going to try to see its damage. And it may actually be pretty superior to what I've got on, so I'm check on essence. Essences, I feel, are something you can just dump on a weapon. Because, you know, they have really low level ones, like these ones here are the lower level ones. And roll it into one of these higher stats, and it's not a big deal. That's a pretty good roll, not gonna lie. And I'm going to take it. And I'm gonna run with it. Let's see, increase. That's significant. Especially at this point in the game. That's a pretty significant increase. You know, and oh man. Okay. So, I think I've mentioned this before, but there is a type of oh, I shouldn't have gone in here yet. If you have those already open, you can come in here and unlock this for each new character you make. And you just go in there, and that way you has a waypoint that you can go to it later if you want. Anyways, looking for weapon upgrades is quite significant, and if you know the percent increase or flat added onto your weapons, it's kind of good to know. But I mean, if you don't, yeah, it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's a lot faster. But I mean, it is a way of, if you don't have a lot of alchemy orbs, if you don't want to waste them crafting them on a bunch of garbage, then it is probably better to than just use essences, especially if there's any essences that are like, oh, these are okay. Like the minion ones, they don't really even when I was playing a necromancer, I couldn't see a lot of use. I mean, I did use it, but I didn't use them so often that I was like running out of them. So usually those ones I'll like just, if I want to make something rare and just see if I can roll something that's okay besides the minion stats, then I'll do that. But otherwise, let's see if I can. No, can't even key press it faster. If I had faster attacks, it'd probably work better, but I don't. Still, it's quite quick to move across the map, so it's like a whole new game. Let's see, this should, I think this unique always appears here, so I mean, if you're ever looking for like where uniques might spawn that you can fight, just to oh no, just to think, you know, you shouldn't need a farm on, but if you wanted to, there's one there. Wait, I don't know these buttons anymore. This is completely foreign to me. Error. Don't know how to play game. Okay. Right. Wait. That makes sense. It's like, I didn't think you could do that, but I remember doing the flame dash and stuff like that, which is the movement skill that's widely taken for wizards of any sort, or not wizards, but the witch and basically any casters like Flame Dash. Lightning Warp is sometimes used, but I don't think it's quite as popular as Flame Dash. Shield Charge though is like one of the ones that probably most people use. Wow, that zoomed down as hell. That was pretty amazing. Might be just my weapon though. Alright, let's go ahead and do this hopefully quickly. This inflicts fire damage and ow, it hurts. So I don't think I have much fire res. Oh, I've got a decent amount. And I would say that it's enough to kind of just run through here. But it takes damage quite quickly, and so you need to be careful of it. And this is another reason why that you need to have resistances. I mean, traps and stuff and monsters, sure, but the other thing is that if you don't have, I mean, you only get, like, a lot of builds only have like 3 to 5k HP, so without all the resistances, most enemies hit for like, you know, 1,000 or 2,000 per hit. So if you don't have resistances against this stuff, you're just gonna instantly die, pretty much. The main reason, I mean, even basic mobs just have a ton of, just get a lot of damage later on. But with all the resistances, you know, it's not usually a one hit. I think I've said this before, but if you see anything with quality and it's not something you're going to use, just take it anyways, because if you get to 40% in total, you'll be able to get a gem that allows you to increase the quality of the gems you are using. Or not a gem, a prism, a stone kind of thing, that basically allows you to increase the quality of what you are using. And so this will just kind of make it for a good time, or a better time. I would suggest that you look at the wiki for the particular skill you're using. There is a Path of Exile wiki that's pretty good. Just usually you type in like POE and then you type in your gem. You can see what additive quality gives it. Some of them are not great to get. Like some of them just kind of like, oh, it gives you a lower CD. Some of them, like, oh, it gives you 10% extra base damage. So, some of them are very good, some of them are not so great. And I would check out for each individual skill for it. But it's because of the Heist League, we also have alternative qualities, like the one for Kinetic Bolt. I've talked with Mathel did a build with it recently. And its original one, I think, increases projectile flight speed or something like that. I don't know. I'm actually not sure, but the alternative one makes it to where your cast speed applies at 3 times as much to the attack speed. And Kinetic Bolt is a skill that basically does physical damage, not physical damage necessarily, but does damage based on wand power. Wands typically are not known for their high amounts of physical damage, but with the amount of attack speed you have and just kind of how the skills are, you can do pretty significant amount of damage there. Killing piety. I really wish you could, like, there would be one thing I like in video games that they sometimes do is if you can do enough damage to overkill them, then you can trigger some type of special event or rare event. I wish they had that, like, right there. Like, you kill Piety and the game's just like, oh, well, let's just spawn Piety 3 or Piety 2.0 to go ahead and fill in. Let's see what we got here. Punishment. General's Cry. Spore skills cannot target additional attacks. Skills deal. Spore skills are used by Mirage. Oh, okay. So that summons a Mirage thing to do. Infernal Cry. This one looks good. Pride. In general, melee skills don't use a lot of mana, so stuff like this is good. Although, I think in the beginning, get at least 50%. Warlord's Mark. These originally were AoE skills that applied to AoE Curse, but they changed it to marks to where they're single target now. Oh, they did give them a lot of health buffs to compensate, although I don't know if that's enough. Punishment. That's a Hex, which is now a curse. It's a different kind of curse that does things for an AoE. This one's really built if you want to use for what's it called? If you want to build a bleed build, this is one of modes just taking. One of the things you can do with your character is you can have there's a thing called a Blasphemy Aura. I think it still does what it does. I haven't played with it yet, but what it does is it kind of just have it turned on, and if you're a melee character, it takes like 35% of your mana, and you can just run into them and it automatically applies the curse without you having to do anything. Kind of like this one. This one's also an aura. Let's see. Should I have said to maximum 320 buff points per power? This actually has no use for me, and I've been using it. It's probably better just to go with Infernal Cry. Yeah. And then no, I don't care. You can go over here, and I'm gonna get Pride because it is a much better to what I'm currently using, which is my War Banner, although it reserves a lot less. But this does have a higher, and you can have both. You can have both at the same time. You don't need to select one of the two. Okay. They added, or not added, but they changed Vitality recently. Well, I think that was probably back in the beginning area. Anyways, it's significantly, it gives a lot more flat res than it used to do percentage. It basically wasn't worth the points before, or the investment, but now it's flat. It's become a lot more valuable because how much it gives. This one, even if I identify, it's always going to give me the things, so I might as well just vendor it as is, opposed to identifying it. This one I'm going to put away. This one I'm going to send to sell. Take this. That is nothing. This one might be good. Let's take that. Why? What? It's not really better. I'm just gonna toss it. Spirit. Okay. Put everything back. We're gonna head back out. These. It's funny because you don't expect it to take a lot of time. to do things in town, but you end up doing a lot of time in town just trying to get everything set up. Let's teleport back here and then go ahead and wait. Why do I have a thing there? What does that mean? What does that mean for America? It's nothing. You know, I don't use portals usually. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Just gonna quickly log our... Alright, that's all I have for this video currently. We're gonna go ahead and head towards the sewers, and then the ebony, and then go to the sewers and go to get the busts, and head towards the ebony barracks. Alright, see you next video. Bye.